Most people want to know, how do I protect my citrus? How do I keep them from dying, going back down to the rootstock? Once your tree goes to the rootstock, you can either dig it up or you can graft to it. But once you lose it, it's gone. Citrus are real finicky in the frost in the wintertime. If you have somewhere that receives any kind of winter, any kind of cold temperatures, lower than 30 degrees, I got something for you. Check out this video. You'll be glad you did. Let's go. Another day, another way to learn how to protect your citrus. After flirting with putting hoops over our raised beds, and I'll try to link that video only because after you watch this video, you may need to go back to that video and see how easy it is, just for a full tutorial on how I actually came up with this little small design. But basically this is just some used greenhouse fabric, the 6 mil that came from when we actually had our high tunnel built. I didn't throw the plastic away, I just kept it. But for covering, I would say you can use anything from canvas cloth to any kind of tarps, but maybe the canvas might be a little bit better, something that's more like a cover or blanket. I would use, if I didn't have this, I probably would have some sheets and some blankets up here. So let me get in here and show you how I've been protecting these citrus. Our last couple of days we've been flirting with 30, 29 degrees or so. It's been really cold, and I'll take this off right now just to let you get a look at it, and then I'm going to put it back on because as you can tell by the look of the video, it's getting a little late in the evening. But let's take this off. All right, so if you watched our when we made the hoops over our raised bed, that video, something came to me. Like I was trying to figure out, I had another setup like this over here, you can see, and that's nothing but these. These are part of what they call the ultimate tomato cage. What I had before, I just had these stuck around, and then I would drape something over the top of it. But this idea actually gives us just better coverage. And what I like about this design is you can fit or mold it to however big your tree is. Especially, this is going to be needy for your smaller trees that are 1-2 years in ground. The 10-year-old trees, you may need something different, or you can use this same idea and just make bigger hoops, and I'll show you kind of how to do that a little bit in about 2 or 3 minutes. This is how this goes, the exact same way we did the hoops over the raised bed. Basically, we taking PVC pipes. These are the 3/4 PVC pipes, and we're using conduit, just electrical conduit. Let's see what they have. This I got from, I think this is what, half, yeah. So this is gonna be your, see if I can get up close enough for you. This is 1/2 inch conduit. They come in 10-foot pieces. And this is 3/4, as you can see that, yeah, you can. This is 3/4 PVC, and by this being a 1/2 inch and this being a step bigger as a 3/4, it slides perfectly. Let me show you that. It slides perfectly in, so you won't have any problems. If this was 3/4 and this was 3/4, it wouldn't fit. So you got to get that step smaller. All right, it slides perfectly in. Once you set up your base, with your conduit pipe, which is this pipe. And you can see maybe right here, I just have this. I don't even have it really in the ground. I just put it as temporary. And basically, put that in the ground there. I put one in the ground there. Bam. That's it. Now this came to mind. So just say you had a bigger tree. You say, man, that's too small. That'll never work for me. Well, you can buy connectors for your PVC. And if you had a bigger tree, I'll kind of halfway show you. You can, instead of doing what I do on the video that I showed you, or that's in the link, past tense, that was in the link, past tense, early in the video. You don't have to cut them at 2 feet. You might can do 5 feet. Just cut your pipes in half. Since they come in 10-foot pieces, you cut it in half. That will give you a taller base to put your PVC over, kind of like this. Instead of putting this one way down here in the ground that you barely can see, if I put one here, right, take that same PVC, and instead of putting it way down there, how about I start it here? Now here I can let it do whatever I want to do. I can kind of adjust the height of it. And if I had another one that I had up this high, then I can put in the ground here, and now the hoop that I can make will be a taller hoop. So that's what you want. I can show you better this way. So just say, widen this camera lens. All right, so just say a little bit. If I had a taller one, let's go with this. I don't have another piece of conduit, but for the same principle, I use one of these things. So you will put in the ground. Let me get a little closer. You put in the ground, and now you just will put the conduit over that. So now I have a hoop bag that I can actually walk through just by instead of doing the 2 feet cuttings, going with the 5 or 6 feet cuttings with the conduit, and that will make any 1 year, 2 year, 3 year tree probably won't be this tall as I am. So you can adjust the height of your hoops based off your structure in the ground, based off the height or the length that you're cutting your conduit in the ground. And that's gonna be special protection for these babies. And I got new growth on these that I don't want to lose. So that's the reason, with the temperatures dropping, it has to be covered. These are Meyer lemon trees, so especially for Meyer lemon, it's still holding on its fruit. Especially for Meyer lemon, you need frost protection. They're real sensitive to the frost. So I'm going to put that back in. So basically, if you're in Florida or somewhere, I was watching Supreme Family Gardening. Check out his channel, real good guy from the bowels of Florida. But if you're in Florida and you got young trees, what I see with Florida is that they still get some freezes every now and then. So if you're worried about that, this will be your best out, real cheap. These things are $1.56 a piece for the PVC pipes. Your conduit is like $2 a piece or something like that, $2.80. So for $6 on your conduit, another $3 on your PVC. So for less than $10, you can actually protect every tree that you have on your property. Most people aren't like me. I have a lot of citrus trees. Most families might have 1 or 2 citrus trees, so that's going to make it especially easy for you to use this method to get your trees protected. And like I say, you can take anything. I just have this plastic left over. All I do is just bring it, drape it over. Now if you have less material, a smaller blanket, something like that, what you probably want to do is use some clothespins, some zip ties, something like that to secure it to your hoops. That way if the wind blows, it won't blow it all away. I hope y'all can take some of this and use it. I'll be happy if you do. I know the trees will be too. Thank y'all for watching the Grow Family Network. If you haven't already, press that subscribe button because it's gonna be a great year 2020. I just feel it. Like if I'm alive, I keep saying that. I feel like, I don't know if you feel like you get so close to, I don't know. I feel alive, like I feel good. It hasn't been super cold, but we're getting these little stretches of cold mixed in with this spring heat. Everything's just feeling so good. If I'm alive for the rest of this year, I'm gonna grow my tail off. And if you follow me, just follow me, just watch. All right, thank y'all for watching. And as always, grow, grow, grow. Peace.